So this society that is so, dominant in the West, that is founded on the supremacy of, quote, Judeo-Christian values, that is founded on Greek philosophy and capitalism, is currently facing its own existential precipice that it has brought upon itself by its own hand. It has ravaged, the natural world. It has suppressed and persecuted minorities. It has started countless wars and engaged in conquest of the third world, and it has spread its greedy and powerful tentacles to all people of, the inhabited earth. And of course, many people have become disillusioned with this way of life and see it as a disease, that is slowly suffocating and strangling and killing this world. Yet, not many people are ready, or even open to any sort of numinous treatment. For one, our culture of greed and envy for the material has coerced us from our, instinctual love and desire for cooperation, that was passed down from our Paleolithic ancestors, and it has convinced us that the only true happiness is derived from wealth, and that the only way to, accumulate wealth is to step on others and use ruthless force to obtain money. This obsessive live-to-work mentality has alienated the average working class person into feeling as if they're never enough, and, it forced us to equate success and tangible wealth with happiness. It has forced the individual, and by extension, the whole of society, to obsess over wealth accumulation. Secondly, the unbridled war on any racial, religious, or sexual minority has torn society apart from the inside out and affected even those who otherwise fit into the socially acceptable archetype. We've had this narrative of a working father, stay-at-home mother, 2 children, white picket fence, etc., being our ultimate goal, of a happy life, beaten into us for so long that it really is no great surprise that so many people nowadays are, sad and depressed and confused and don't know what they want out of life. And I'm speaking partly to offer a holistic method of kind of rectifying this society, and partly just out of frustration with our modern cultural velocity. And my suggestion is, a simple one. My suggestion is, go outside, ride a bike, watch television, go to the movies, respect the earth, meditate, eat healthy, just do, in a way, whatever makes you happy, because we seem to be obsessed with the idea of being a rich person that has anything that they could ever want, that we lose sight of the meaning of life, which is a resounding nothing at all. We're so caught up in this idea of our purpose, yet we fail to realize that we haven't got any intrinsic quests to complete in order to have lived, a good life. And we are free to kind of enjoy life and make it up, our own purpose as we go along. But this self-indulgent society has blinded us to this and encouraged us to march on blissfully ignorant to our own self-induced cultural psychosis of sorts. This is not an effort to force Zen Buddhism onto the world, as I, as well as, any other Zen practitioner would know, that's against the very spirit of Zen. It is merely my diagnosis for our current cultural position. And I think that if the world were to look beyond, religious dogma, cultural obligations, self-contradicting greed, and the obsession with the tangible and the material, that we would, as a species, see the true nature of ourselves and repair the damage done to ourselves as well as everything around us.